Good evening. Welcome to my river room. A lot of you all have heard about this. I write about it and I talk about how I love my river room and being able to see the river outside and just the beautiful view out of here. So welcome to this space that is my space, my special space. And now, here I am, I shelter in space in this room. This is my shelter in place that we talk about, we all have to do now. And I spend most of my time in this room, sometime in my bedroom asleep and some a little bit in the kitchen. But this is really where I live when I'm at home. I love it here. And I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted to share this evening with you because this is the place also where I sit when we're doing our evening prayer service, the telephone tree service that we do on Sunday evenings. This is where I sit with my computer and with my phone, and it's just a place that I reach out to you. I feel very connected when I sit and I pray with you and we read the evening prayer service. It's a special place. I wanted to share with you tonight a reading like maybe when you were little, and I remember when I was little, I used to be read to in the evening by my mother or my grandmother, and I loved it. It was very special. And I read to my children, and maybe you read to your children. I'm sure you did. And I've read to my grandchildren, and they've loved it. And this is a very special book. It's like my second prayer book. It's a book that I've mentioned and read from before and offered poems and prayers and blessings from it. It's John O'Donohue's book, To Bless the Space Between Us. And so I wanted to read just a little bit of it for you this evening and then finish off with a beautiful blessing that he offers. And it's all about the day. And John O'Donohue reminds us, no day belongs to us. Each day is a gift. No day is ever the same. And no day stands still. We know that. Even as I read, you're going to see the sun setting and the light change. No day stands still. And each one moves through a different territory, awakening new beginnings. One day the grass is short and green, and in 2 days a little higher. The tree, the river birch outside my window, didn't have any leaves at all a week ago. And slowly but surely they've unfolded. A day moves forward in moments, and once a moment has flickered into life, it vanishes and is replaced by the next. It is fascinating that this is where we live, within an emerging lacework that continuously unravels. Often a fleeting moment can hold a whole sequence of the future in distilled form. That unprepared second when you looked into a parent's eyes and saw death already beginning to form. Or the second you noticed a softening in someone's voice and you knew that a friendship was beginning or even continuing. Or catching your partner's gaze upon you and knowing the love that surrounded you. Each day is seeded with recognitions. Each day is a field of brightness where the invitation of our life unfolds. A new day is an intricate and subtle matrix written into its mystery, or the happenings sent to awaken and challenge us. And so the day unfolds like this day did for me, like it did for you. I hope it was as beautiful for you as it has been for me. And I just loved, I walked outside and felt the wind and loved seeing the bright sunshine and the wind in the grasses in the field across from my road out front, and then watch the sparkling sun on the water. Oh, what a gorgeous day it's been. And now so we're at the end of this day, and so I offer you a beautiful prayer and reflection at the end of the day. And this is a poem prayer blessing by John O'Donohue, and it's called The Inner History of a Day. Listen carefully. No one knew the name of this day, born quietly from deepest night. It hid its face in light, especially today. There was so much light. This day demanded nothing for itself. It opened out to offer to each of us a field of brightness that traveled ahead, providing in time ground to hold our footsteps and the light of thought to show the way. The mind of the day draws no attention. It dwells within the silence with elegance to create a space for all our words, even the wordless, the quiet ones of the heart. Drawing us this day did to listen inward and outward. We seldom notice how each day is a holy place where the Eucharist of the ordinary happens, transforming our broken fragments into an eternal continuity that keeps us. Somewhere in us a dignity presides that is more gracious than the smallness that fills us with fear and force, a dignity to trust the form a day takes. So at the end of this day, we give thanks for being betrothed to the unknown and for the secret work through the mind, which the mind of the day and the wisdom of the soul become one. The Lord gave us this day. Rejoice and be glad to have lived in it and with it and learned from it and been just graced so much by it. And now as the sun sets, we go into a time of rest. May you rest. May you find peace. May the light of God's countenance shine upon you. Grant you peace this night, this evening, and all through the night. And may you awaken to a new and beautiful dawn, a new day, waiting just for you. God bless.